Meet Jason, a CPA from Salt Lake City, Utah. By day, Jason is an accountant, but by night, he's also an accountant. However, in the spaces between, he's an aspiring pilot who loves the stars, the Oregon coast, popcorn, and the multi-platinum 80s glam metal band, Rat. He's also due for a midlife crisis. Jason has a dream. The dream of circumnavigating the globe, while touching down in every single recognized nation on the planet. All in simulated aircraft, without a single crash, and most importantly, without dying. With departure from his home base at Salt Lake City International, one slight mistake from this rookie pilot will send him back to the beginning, to start the journey all over again. So come with us now, along this perilous journey, where we will meet new friends, discover other cultures, recruit new passengers, co-pilots and flight attendants, as well as book a variety of in-flight entertainment. While we cannot guarantee your safe passage with us in the skies, there will always be a first-class seat reserved. Just for you. Welcome aboard HeadTrip Air, and thank you for choosing us as your premier travel partner. The world tour will resume in 3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon and happy Sunday in Farmington, New Mexico. We're commencing our HeadTrip Air World Tour in an effort to circumnavigate the globe, touch down on every state in the Union and every nation on the planet without crashing and ultimately without dying. Now, with that said, we've done plenty of both in our first few attempts, but we're getting better as we go. And it's a beautiful sunshine day today in Farmington, New Mexico. So I have a feeling that things are well on its way to knocking down a few additional states on our map. So let me just show you at the moment where we're at as far as our progress goes. You can see our map here. We started out in Salt Lake City International, which was our initial hub. Our first successful flight was down to Albuquerque, New Mexico. A little bit of a rough ride, but we made it. Knocked down that state, made that our new hub for the short little while that we were there, and made a few attempts to go west into Flagstaff. That didn't work out so hot. Of course, we've made attempts to get into Austin, Texas. That didn't go so hot. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go north. We're going to go from... oh, by the way, let me back up. We did eventually make a nice trip from Albuquerque to Farmington yesterday, and we have now moved our hub into Farmington, New Mexico. So that's where we're basing our operations out of for the moment being, and our plan is to make quick day trips up into Telluride, one to knock off Colorado, and then to go west into Arizona and knock that out, probably into Nevada and California as well. Then we'll move back east, start knocking out Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, and so forth, and then we'll just see where we go from there. Be aware that plans are always subject to change. That's just how it kind of rolls around here. But at the end of the day, hopefully we'll start making some progress in our journey. So, first things first, we need to get ourselves loaded up in the plane, get things started up. We're going to load up the flight plan, which has been set up previously here in SimBrief. We're going to load all of our flight plan into the Cessna 172 Skyhawk, and then we'll be in the air. So, first things first, though, let's start up our plane, and then we'll get moving. First procedures, touch the screens on both sides just to make sure everything's working properly. Right. All right, let's move on down. and adjust our throttle a little bit for startup. We have a little bit of elevation right now, so I'm going to pull our mixture out a little bit. I think I'm trying to think of what elevation we're sitting at right now. I think it's roughly around 5,300 feet, if I recall. So we'll try that. Let's get these out of our way for the moment. Right. Come on. Out of my way. There it is. All right. It's nice to be back in a simple plane. Man. Although I really, really enjoy flying that CRJ 700. Just a lot of fun. Now I will say, let me caveat this with, I've spent a lot of time learning how to upload the flight plan into the CRJ. Not so much here in the Cessna, but I suspect it can't be that hard. But then again, well, let's just see if we can figure something out. May as well start up our plane while we're at it, right? Propeller spin. I think I'll pull back to idle here just to make sure we don't go taking off. Despite the fact that we have our parking brake on. Thank goodness. Since we're live, we'll get our beacon on. Hopefully, this has been kind of broken for a while. Yeah, still is. Don't know why. We'll get the nav light on the strobe. And the strobe's always... Those two have been broken. I got to figure that out. Okay. How the heck do we load a flight plan into this thing? There's our autopilot. Flight plan. Oh, maybe, you know what? Maybe it's already in there. And if it is, all the much better. Anyway, scroll. Nope. No go. No go. Maybe here? Nope, that's zoom over there on the map. How do I scroll down my flight plan? I'm going to assume that this thing has the flight plan loaded in. Geez, let's hope so. Okay. Well, it looks like it's got the first few points of data in there, so I'm going to hope. I mean, if not, we'll just manually fly this thing. The flight plan's on the map here, so we'll be able to find our way to Telluride, but yeah, let's just manually fly this thing. It's not like we're going to throw this thing on autopilot all day anyways, so we'll bring our music volume down just a little bit so you can hear me. Okay. All right. Enough's enough with that. I mean, this isn't rocket science in the Cessna, so I've just spent so much time in that CRJ that I think it gets you paranoid about everything. So, let's get in the air and let's just call in our clearance. See if we can knock Colorado out today.
Farmington ground, HeadTrip 12 IFR to Kilo Tango Echo X-ray ready to copy.
HeadTrip 12 is cleared to Kilo Tango Echo X-ray airport as filed. Takeoff runway 23 climb and maintain 11,000 feet. Departure frequency is 118.575 squawk 0625.
Squawk 0625. Now I will say this, I've finally figured out how to update my squawk.
To Kilo Tango Echo X-ray airport as filed. Take
in
off
the
runway 23 climb and maintain 11,000 feet. Departure on 118.575 squawk 0625.
HeadTrip 12 rate back correct. Contact ground on 121.7. Good day.
All right, let me just see. I don't know if my squawk is set, and I don't know, frankly, how to set it, but it can't be that complicated, right? I'm hoping that the system already did it for me. Yeah, I don't know how to do it. Let's just be honest. So, whatever. If we break IFR, not a problem. Not a problem. The important thing is that we go where we need to go and we land where we need to land, right? So, I guess we ought to at least check where they asked us to taxi to. Let's see, we're going to be taking off runway 23. Let's come out to our Navigraph here and come down to our Farmington chart. Okay. So let's see. We're going to be going. Where's my taxi instructions? I guess I don't have taxi instructions. Overcomplicating things again, yet again. It's just like, just head out to runway 23 and do it, you know? Fine, fair enough. Well, I guess that's what we'll do then. Okay, we'll release the... Oh. Just realized I didn't even pull the throttle over. Can't fly without that. Guess while we're doing it, we'll make sure our trim is set reasonably as well. All right, now we're a little more positioned. Let's do this. There we go. We'll just head off in this direction, and then we're going to take taxiway. I think we're close to A over here. We'll hop on taxiway A, and I think we're going to take off to the right on E. Actually, the taxiway is just on the other side of that dirt. Here we go. Simple plane, simple airport, simple flight. We got this. What I didn't realize is when I flew into this yesterday with this CRJ 700, this airport is not designed for larger aircraft. That is very clear. But, you know, sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures. There we go. Then we're going to hang a right here. And we'll move on up the line to 23. think we have our full clearance, right? Did we get takeoff clearance or just taxi clearance? I don't know. We'll find out here in a minute. Nice day today. Nice today. Few high-level clouds. I don't even know if we'll be getting up that far in this plane, so no worries. Alright, let's see if we need any final clearances. Request taxi, ATIS, ground.
Farmington ground, HeadTrip 12 with India ready to taxi IFR.
HeadTrip 12 taxi to and hold short of runway 23 via taxiway Alpha cross runway 25. Contact tower on 118.9 when ready.
Well, no wonder why I didn't have any taxi instructions. I hadn't gotten clearance, so we put the cart ahead of the horse on that one.
Taxiing hold short runway 23 using taxiway Alpha cross runway 25 HeadTrip 12. Farmington Tower HeadTrip 12 ready for departure runway 23 IFR to Kilo Tango Echo X-ray.
HeadTrip 12 altimeter tree, 0.3, 2 wind 182 at 3. Cleared for takeoff runway 23.
We'll acknowledge our clearance.
Tower generic November 913 November Mike 9 miles northeast inbound RNAV runway 23 approach.
Generic November 913 November Mike Farmington Tower. Altimeter tree, 0.3, 2 wind 182 at 3. Cleared RNAV runway 23 approach.
3032 is our altimeter reading. Let's remind ourselves how to do this. It's right down
runway
here.
23 approach generic tree November Mike.
Right down here. What? So 300. And we want 3032.
HeadTrip 12 acknowledge last transmission.
3032. I better acknowledge that first.
Cleared for takeoff runway 23 HeadTrip 12.
Let's get a little better look at this. Get it a little straighter on so we can get this accurate. There we go. That's a little better angle of attack there on that one. 303. And we want 303. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 2, I guess. There. That seems pretty accurate. Let's hope it is. All right. The rest is downhill from here, right? Let's just line ourselves up on the runway. I'll need to set my flaps. That's the one thing I hadn't done yet. Okay. I'm going to try two things right now just to make sure, and that is one, I'm going to see if we can make any progress with these lights down here, but I doubt it. Technically, we're supposed to have our beacon on. Oops. Yeah, it just doesn't want to. It just doesn't want to in taxis, whatever. Okay. Just
Clear to land runway 23 generic tree November Mike.
running up against regulations. There's our flaps. May as well just set those down one notch. There we go. All right, guys. Let's do it. You know, we may as well come out and put ourselves in some nice takeoff music. Here we go. And there we are, on our way. On our way. We'll set our trim. I don't know how it happened, but somehow the trim controls on this aircraft got switched opposite to the controls on the CRJ, so I'm going to have to figure that one out. Okay, hang on a second.
Going to 118.575 HeadTrip 12.
Now we might lose these guys if squawk is not automatically set, but I'm hopeful that it's been sent. We're gonna have to do a UE here. Let's contact Denver Tower.
Denver Center HeadTrip 12 is passing 6,400 feet, climbing 11,000 feet.
HeadTrip 12 Denver Center altimeter tree 0.2 continue as planned. HeadTrip 12 climb and maintain 13,000 feet.
13, okay. So let's increase our altitude here. Let's trim down a little bit, or trim up, I should say. Get ourselves in a climb position.
HeadTrip 12, did you copy?
Sure did.
Climb and maintain 13,000 feet, HeadTrip 12.
But really what we need to be doing is we need to be heading the exact opposite direction. Let's just get going in the direction of our flight plan, or we're going to find ourselves in Mexico really quick. I'm guessing I don't need my flaps anymore, so let's just climb without the flaps. Whoops. We're struggling with our airspeed for a moment. Let's get our airspeed back up so we don't stall. Trying to manage multiple components at the
Country 602 traffic
at the
12
moment.
o'clock, 4 miles at flight level 330 generic. Report them in sight. Skywest 3762 traffic is 4 o'clock, 3 miles at flight level 370 generic.
How did my flaps get all the way down there? I didn't do that.
3602 have the generic in sight.
That was the problem. Flaps were just tanking me.
Skywest tree, 762 traffic in sight.
Denver Center generic November 9 tree November Mike is missed approach at Farmington. Generic tree November Mike, you are 2 miles east. Climb and maintain 8,900 feet. Expect RNAV runway 2 tree approach via Heblow transition. Cleared to Heblow.
Okay, hopefully that's not me that they're talking about. Generic,
Generic tree
and
November Mike, you are 3 miles east of Farmington.
yeah,
Contact
it's not
Farmington
me.
Tower on 118.9 when inbound.
That's not my problem. Okay. I think now we just got to get a good climbing attitude.
Tower on 118.9 generic tree November Mike.
Put our trim back down. Let's start climbing. Gosh, this guy doesn't like to climb. Come on. I think I need to stay within the green here. That's my problem. And I think I need a flap. Clearly. Clearly need a flap. I'm up to 78, and he wants me up to what? Like 11,000 or 13,000? Goodness. Goodness. At some point he'll scream at me, probably. I very well may regret flying such a long distance in such a small plane. I always underestimate the time it takes when you're traveling at 66 knots. I just got to, you know what? I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to try to go all the way up to 11,000. I guess we can. We'll get better flight or fuel economy up there, maybe. Otherwise, so let's just see if we can. We'll just see if we can make progress up to 11,000. It's going to be a slow go, though. I mean, it's going to be really slow go while we climb up to that altitude. I really need to be following closer along with that riverbed, so we'll head on over there. We're making slow progress in altitude. I need to keep my eye on the time. I've got just this last conference that I need to attend, so I think we've got some time, though. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 12:59 p.m.
There we go. We got about an hour. Alright, I need to pull my mixture out a little bit. I think that's also problem number 2. Why we're not getting enough RPMs on them. Okay, let's just play with that. I don't know where we need to be, but let's just see. Where's our RPMs? Okay, our RPMs are up there. Let's just see. Gotta play with that a little bit. Goodness. Maybe I'm too far out. There we go. It's always hard to know exactly where to put this mixture. But if we can get our RPMs up there at the crank max.
HeadTrip 12, please expedite your climb 13,000
I'm working on it, bro. I'm working on it, and I'm expediting my climb in the wrong direction clearly because I've got a severe bank. Oh, not too bad though. Okay, expedite my climb, he says. All right. Looks like I'm getting up in some clouds. Maybe. I don't know. Just a really hazy day, that's all. I could set another flap, but the problem is I'm just worried I'm going to lose way too much speed for another flap, so I'll just trust that this will keep doing its job. We're almost to 10, so we're making progress. We're doing this the old-fashioned, the slow way. Headed right towards those Rocky Mountains.
Southwest 776 traffic is 1 o'clock, 4 miles at flight level 370 generic. Report them in sight. Giant Tree 814 traffic is 2 o'clock, 3 miles at flight level 360 generic. Report them in sight.
Southwest 776 traffic in sight.
Giant Tree 814 traffic in sight.
I'm just trying to get the max RPM out of my rig here, and I just don't know where the fuel mixture needs to be. We're still climbing, just slow. Just super, super slow. As long as we can stay above 5 degrees. I'd prefer something a little higher, but
Giant tree 814 has the traffic.
we're making it. We're going to get up to 11, guys. Just to give you a good feel for where we're at along our flight path. Here's where we are. So, I mean, I think we'll make it there in the amount of time we need to. Gotta make our way over those mountains. So 11,000 is certainly a good idea. ATC knows what they're doing. Dispatcher. Clearly paying attention. Just giving you a quick fly over these nice hills.
612, please expedite your climb 13,000 feet.
Okay. Enough playing around, they say. I'd like to think we were in the, we've crossed the border to Colorado, but I don't know 100% sure if that's the case or not. We're getting close, though. Durango is up ahead to the, little about to our, I don't know, maybe 2 o'clock. A little ways up there. Might be fun to kind of, take Durango as I think I'm gonna take a little detour over here to Durango. Why not, right? We'll go right up through those the canyon. Almost up to our 13,000 mark. Then I think we can level out. I'm hoping they're going to let us level out. We can just take it from there. Okay, we're up to 13,000, so I am going to drop our flaps and let's pick up some speed. Our mixture has got to be coming into play right now for sure. So I'm going to try to move in and see if we can fix that without causing too much havoc. Nope. Seems like this is about our sweet spot.
HeadTrip 1 to you are 400 feet above your assigned altitude.
Okay.
And maintain 13,000 feet altimeter, tree 0 decimal tree 8.
Okay, let's try to fix that. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna drop. We're gonna drop down, and that's gonna help us pick up some good speed too.
HeadTrip 1-2, did you hear my last transmission?
I did.
Descend and maintain 13,000 feet. HeadTrip 1-2.
Durango's right over here. We'll go over and say hi. Now I got to tell you, this lake up here has got one of the coolest names of any lake that I've ever heard. This is Lake Nighthorse. So here's a shout out to the coolest lake name ever, the Lake Nighthorse, just south of Durango.
climb and maintain 13,000 feet. Head trip 12.
Alexa, what time is it?
It's 1:22 p.m.
Head trip 12, please expedite your climb 13,000 feet.
They don't want to ask twice, do they? There it is, Lake Nighthorse. Very, very cool lake. And there's the town of Durango, Colorado. Technically, we could land right there and call it a day as far as our world tour is concerned, but we've got a little bit further to go. So we'll just skim above it and keep on moving. Look at that golf course up on that mesa. That is pretty cool. This town looks really cool. I kind of want to visit now. I guess that's the point, right? Looks like a really cool town. Okay, we're going to try to veer back a little bit onto course. One thing I was going to tell you, if you look at the top of the screen, you'll see a green progress bar. So that's our are we there yet?
Trip 12,
Okay.
And maintain 13,000 feet altimeter, tree 0.38.
Denver Center exit at 515 and passing flight level 425
Fair enough.
descending 12,000 feet.
Look at that.
Execute 515 Denver Center, continue as planned.
Goodness, that is just cool. Reminds me of the Snake River up in Idaho. That is just cool. Easy does it there. Man, I'm...
1-2, did you copy?
Yeah, I copied. I'm just without a co-pilot today, bro.
Descend and maintain 13,000 feet. HeadTrip 12.
Hopefully we can normalize out here. Look at that. Goodness. Wow. I think I'm going to follow that riverbed to the left. That's going to get me back towards my flight path. I still think we're going to make a landing by about 2 o'clock. Which is perfect timing for me. Look at these gorgeous mountains. This is awesome. Wow, look up there. A little neighborhood up there on the mountain or something. That is just really cool. I don't think I'd mind driving along that road. All these watersheds here. It's amazing. Yeah, I'm definitely glad we got up to 13,000 feet without earlier than later, because we would have run into a few problems trying to get over these mountains if we were too low. Hence the value and the need for good flight planning, right?
HeadTrip 12 or 29er miles south of Kilo Tango Echo X-ray.
He just gave me a runway and I wasn't listening. Too much beauty in front of me. We'll figure it out when we get there.
HeadTrip 12 acknowledge last transmission.
Fair enough.
HeadTrip 12.
We're going to land on runway 27, so I'm going to pop that up in my Navigraph charts and see. We're going to be coming from the east a little bit, so with a heading of 276 degrees. I'll give you a quick look at what that looks like. There's our Telluride Regional Airport, one runway. And we're going to be coming in from the east on 27 at 276 degrees at an elevation of 7111. It's good to know. Actually, no, that's not true. It's not 7111. That's 7,000 feet of runway. We're going to be at an elevation of 9038. Actually, 9070 on the east side. 9070. Don't let me forget that. 9070. We're about 2/3 the way through our trip. Progress bar on the top. We're making our way. I think what we'll do is we'll switch the playlist again. Let's go back to the calm, beautiful. Oh, look at that. What's going on top of that mountain? Some nice beauty going on up there. Now, I plan to do a little bit of circling at Telluride. First of all, I want to do a flyover, but I want to get a good shot of where the airport is, and we'll just take whatever time we need to make the approach we need. No hurries. Right now, I'm just enjoying the scenery. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 1:36 p.m.
Okay, good timing. 1:36. That gives us about 25 minutes to get landed and shut down, and we're going to mark off. I'm confident we're going to make a landing here. Yeah, well, I guess it's always good to look ahead and see what's in front of you. I hope we're at the right altitude. I'm going to I'm going to bring myself up just a little bit. Don't want any surprises running into these mountains. I think we'll be okay, but if the dispatcher threw us at 13,000 and I'm almost right on my, as you can see, I'm almost right on my flight path, at least pretty close to it. So if we hit a mountain, that's certainly not on us, right? That's some pretty countryside. Dang.
Denver Center commuter 4305 is at flight level 235, descending 11,000 feet.
Commuter 4305 Denver Center, continue as planned.
And we're coming into the valley. Telluride right up ahead. I'm a little high, but I'm going to stay high until I get over this mountain and figure out what it is I have to work with. I suspect the town is right on the other side of that ridge right there. But we'll find out. I could either go around the ridge or over the ridge, and I think I'm going to go around it just to start reducing my... Oops, other way. Reduce my elevation just a tad. Hopefully this doesn't tick off. Whoops, better put some flaps down. I'm getting a little bit too much speed going on here. There we go. Got a little reservoir up here, looks like. This is going to be an interesting airport to land in because, I mean, maybe it opens up there, but this looks a little tight to me. I'm not going to lie.
Denver Center ExitJet 101 is passing flight level 3905, descending 14,000 feet.
Execute 101 Denver Center. Continue as planned.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting airport to navigate, I think. Maybe I've gotten myself a little overconfident. Hopefully this isn't just a doozy to land in.
Denver Center, generic Foxtrot Tango Hotel 861 is at flight level 425, descending 13,000 feet. Generic Foxtrot Tango Hotel 861, Denver Center, continue as planned.
Okay, let's see if my map will show us. This may be a little critical here. Keep our eye open for it.
United 2430, contact Denver Center on 125.35. Good day.
Doing okay on fuel. Wow. Little town nestled up here in the mountains. This looks really, really pretty.
125.35 for United 2430.
See if the town comes into view anytime soon. Or the airport. I'm tempted to land the airport coming from the west. Don't know if that's going to be the right way or the wrong way, but let's just get the lay of the land. Don't see anything yet. Maybe I ought to zoom. I probably ought to zoom this thing out. There it is. So, which way do we want to take this thing? Is that the airport right there on that mesa? It probably is. That looks like it is. Okay, so what's the easiest way to tackle this thing? Yeah, I think it's going to be easier to tackle it from the left. I mean, not the left, the right. The way that they asked us to do it. I'm at 12. It'd be nice to kind of come right down that canyon, really, at the end of the day. Wow. Okay. There you have it. It's gonna be fun. I'm just gonna be cautious, extra cautious on this one, so I give myself plenty of time to maneuver. Just extra cautious. I'm gonna go up the canyon and then come down the canyon. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 1:47 p.m.
Just so much to do, so little time. There's the actual town. Wow, this is just a really pretty pretty place up here. You gotta be kidding me. My
Denver Center,
goodness.
November 3250 Victor is passing flight level 285,
Okay,
descending
now I know where I'm
12,000
going on my
feet.
next road trip.
Generic November 3250 Victor Denver Center, continue as
Jeez
planned.
Louise. Holy crap. That is just fabulous. Dang. Not a very big town either. Tell you that much.
Frontier Flight 754, contact Denver Center on 125.35. Good day. .35 for Frontier Flight 754.
Holy camole. Here we go, guys. Right back to the airport. Now, if I remember right, we were in the low 9s. Looks like some of that train's still working its way in. Keep an eye on our speed. I'm going to drop flaps. Maybe not all at once, but... And I'm going to drop my throttle. We'll play with this a little bit. Wow. Let's just ride this one out, shall we? And let's trim our nose down. Let's get down. Get down in elevation here. I'm going to let gravity do what it needs to with my speed.
Denver Center, generic November 709er. Charlie Bravo is at flight level 425, descending 14,000 feet.
I'm not sure I got clearance for this, but
Generic November 709er,
that's okay.
Charlie Bravo Denver Center, continue as planned.
just bring my nose up just a little bit. Get ourselves lined up here. Give ourselves the speed we need to not crash into that cliff. Go back full idle. We'll just coast on in there like a feather. Just like that. Whoops. Almost like a feather, right? And there it is. There's our landing in Telluride. We have landed and touched down in Colorado. Hey, hey, hey. One more state off the map. Feels good. I don't know where you're supposed to, like, go from here. Like, this is just like a dead end, you know? But there's got to be parking back there somewhere, right? Was there parking back there? Just in time with a nice sunset. That was really nice. Let's see where you're supposed to park this sucker. Is there like a building up here? I will check the map. Yeah, it's up here. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 1:53 p.m.
Oh, that's perfect. I mean, I couldn't have timed that better. Pulling in at 2 o'clock, getting everyone where they need to be. Knock a state off the map. Wow, look at that. That's a tilted runway. And that makes sense. You know, it's going to tilt you up, so that's interesting. That's really interesting, actually. I did notice that the elevation goes from 9070 to 9038, I believe. Although, believe it or not, we're climbing up. It looked like we're going down, but we're actually climbing up. It's really interesting. Just slightly, though. And here's your terminal, you know. I'm sure they got a KFC in there, you know. At least a crock pot cooking some stew or something like that. There we go. Let's pull in, shall we? We can pull our flaps up now. Climb the little hill. Little engine who could. Little engine who could. What I want to know is where's the planes park? I'm not seeing any parking at the moment. Probably down here. No, it's up here somewhere. I mean, obviously they have a place for the buses to park. Just where do the planes park? Right over there. That guy's like, I'm out of here. Clocking out. No OT for me. And of course there's another one of those cool little black and blue planes. Where's my parking spot? I mean, that guy's just waiting for me, right? Just this other plane didn't give me enough room though. I gotta go find a place that'll actually accommodate me. Here we go. We'll just go off to the right of him. we'll come in, set our parking brake, and I think we're in great shape. Let's pull, we'll just throw our mixture in, pull our thrust out, turn off our avionics. Oil pressure's down. That makes sense. Stop our propellers. And there you go. Beautiful Telluride. That's a nice day trip. So the next day trip we're going to take is going to either be from Farmington to somewhere in Utah or somewhere in Arizona. And we'll knock another one off. Keep our hub in Farmington right now at the Four Corners so we can be efficient in our travels. And then we will continue on the journey of HeadTrip Air World Tour, where we attempt to circumnavigate the globe. Man, these are tongue twisters. These are just too much for me, but circumnavigate the globe, touching down on every nation on the planet and every state in the Union before we work our way all the way back to our first home base in Salt Lake City, Utah, and call it a day, or a month, or a year, or a century, however long it takes us. But that's at least the goal for now. So hope you had an enjoyable flight. This was a really enjoyable flight for me because it was just fantastic scenery along the way, right from that desert out in Farmington up to Telluride. That is a big shift in terrain. So hope you had a good time. I know I did. And we will see you on the flip side.